Hello, and welcome to day 2 of CS First Storytelling. Today, you will create a dialogue-driven story while you learn about 2 important computer science principles: sequencing and testing code. Sequencing means putting things in order. When you write code, you need to carefully decide the order in which the code will run. Sometimes this means experimenting and testing different options until the program runs exactly how you want it to. So today, you'll also work with testing to improve your program. Believe it or not, both storytellers and computer scientists use sequencing and testing in their work. Take a look at the process an author goes through to write a story. They begin by pre-writing, or creating a plan for the story. This allows the writer to carefully sequence elements and decide what elements to include in the story. They then begin writing, which, as you've probably noticed from your own writing, often includes a lot of revisions and reworking of ideas until they're just right. Finally, the author gets feedback from another person, an editor, and incorporates that feedback into their story. Well, when computer scientists create a program, they go through a very similar process. Here's one example of a process that you, or any other computer scientist, might go through to create a computer program. First, the computer scientist thinks about the goals of the program. What should this program do when it's complete? Next comes the initial planning, which is like pre-writing in storytelling. At this stage, the computer scientist plans the features and the functionality of the program. The computer scientist then starts to code or implement their plans into a program, just like writing the first draft of a story. The code then undergoes testing, when many different people try it out, edit it, and revise it. This process continues until the program successfully accomplishes the goals the computer scientists set out to achieve. When writers and computer scientists work together to build a computer animated movie, you can imagine that there's a lot of sequencing, testing, and revising happening at every stage of the writing and programming processes. Today, you will learn about sequencing and testing code as you create a dialogue, or a conversation between 2 characters. Good storytellers use dialogue to provide the audience with insight into the characters and plots. Take, for instance, a piece of dialogue like, "I didn't think you'd show up." Well, why not? Is the other character a coward, lazy, too busy? Is this a dangerous situation? What might the character want to avoid in this situation? Is something bad going to happen? Good dialogue requires a response that moves the plot forward. In today's club, you will create a story that's driven by dialogue, meaning that you'll use a conversation to reveal important information about the plot and the characters in your story. As an extra challenge, you need to do all of this without using any questions in your dialogue. Asking and answering questions within a story can slow it down. Exercise your storytelling muscles. You can create a riveting dialogue without using questions. Now take a look at an example project. This project has 2 sprites who use dialogue to direct the story. The dialogue is sequenced using say and wait blocks. Watch this video to learn how to sign into Scratch and create a new project, and then try it on your own.